Welcome to Small Business Big Visibility. We are talking about the gallery page on a website today. This is part of our mini series on websites. We have a number of different videos, each showcasing different parts of a website, things that small business owners should think about and know about in order to have an effective web presence. Now, for a small business owner, more often than not, you want to have a gallery page. There's a few exceptions to this rule. If you're doing something that simply cannot be illustrated in a gallery, then you might not want to have a gallery. But then in that case, you might want to have case studies if you can. Now, for someone like a family doctor, this can be a little bit tricky. How do we put a gallery up? You can't really do that. You can't really be showing pictures of your patients as they come in sick with the flu. That just doesn't really work. And case studies don't work either. But for some people who do the professional work, a case study works really well to showcase where someone was at and then the result that they received by going through your program or your process. And so if a gallery isn't going to work, see if you can use case studies, or some people call them white papers. And that way you're still going to showcase what it is that you're doing and the benefit that other customers have received by doing business with you. Let's talk just for a second about how this is going to help you as a business by having a gallery on your site. So the primary purpose your website most likely has is to help potential customers feel comfortable doing business with you. And that is both an emotional process as well as an intellectual process. As they're going through the home page, the about page, the services page, you're declaring to them, this is who we are as a company. This is all the details about us as a company. These are the services we provide. When they get to the gallery, they're no longer just reading what you're telling them, but they actually get to see real results that you've produced in the past. Like people say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. So being able to showcase on your site some of the work that you've done so people can get to know what that is going to look like can be a massive opportunity to raise trust with those potential customers. Now, there's a few different ways to do this. You can put videos on your website showcasing the work. So if, for example, you do a remodel, you could put a video up that shows the phases of the work from start to finish. Video is so powerful because if a picture is worth 1,000 words, how much is a 1-minute video showcasing the entire job getting done worth? It's immense. So video is really good, but maybe you don't have videos in the past. The other thing that can work really good is if you have a before and after, pairing those up so that they're either side by side, or if your website has the capability of doing this. And not all websites have this ability, but there's some websites where you can actually overlay the images on top of each other, the before and after image, and then there's a slider so you can slide back and forth. That's worth a ton as well. Those were first made popular by, I think, the weight loss people, where they're showing the person, you slide back and forth and see the weight loss difference, but they've been used in so many places, so many different ways. A house painter, for example, could use that, showcasing what the house looked like before or after. A remodeler could do that back and forth with a kitchen or a bathroom. So the possibilities are really limitless on what could be done to help someone comprehend what it looks like before they work with you and what it looks like after. Now, when you're putting the gallery together, it's good if you have different types of services that you provide to help people understand what it is that you did for one of these jobs. That sometimes means you're going to group the gallery into categories. As an example, if you're a remodeler, you could go in and you could have a kitchens section, you could have a bathrooms section. Maybe you do outdoor living spaces. You could have one for that. Maybe another specialty you do is outdoor fireplaces, and you could have a gallery of outdoor fireplaces. If you're someone who's maybe a landscaper, you'd break it down by the different kinds of work that you did. If you're putting sod in, that would be one category. If you're coming in with a sprinkler system, that could be another. But the primary goal is, think of it from your customer's perspective. If they're landing on your site, how are they going to want to divide the work up? Are they going to want to see everything just hodgepodge together? And maybe for some companies, that's okay, especially if you don't have a lot. If you've only got a few jobs, you're brand new to this, you haven't been doing this a long time, it's fine. But as you get more experience, you get more gallery images, breaking it down so that it makes it easier for the customers to find the kind of work that they're looking to hire you for, can really make, again, their process of moving from I don't trust them to I want to do business with them a much faster transition. Now, how many images should we put on there is another question that people wonder all the time. Should I put 5 images on my gallery? Should I put 10? Should I put 20? And there's no right answer to that. But the right answer is, with the way that it's laying out, with the way that it looks and works, is it easy for people to navigate? Is it easy for them to find what they're looking for? There's a subtle play that if you have a ton of work that you've done and you've got amazing photography or videos, what have you, putting a lot of it on there can really help people get that sense that these people are serious about the work they do. They've been doing this for a while, they've helped a lot of people, and that's going to raise that confidence that, yeah, this company is going to do well for me as well. So if you have 100, maybe it might make sense to put 100 on there. If you have 500, maybe it makes sense. But you want to make sure, like I said, the navigation flows easy. It's easier for them to find what they're looking for. You don't want it to just be this giant pile that they have to sift through, and they're trying to find one job that matches the kind of work they're doing, they want you to do for them, and they can't find it. If that's the case, having a lot on there is going to be a bad situation. What you can also do with these before and afters is sometimes you can, I was talking about the case studies before, you can do the same thing. Even if you do have beautiful photography or video, you can actually turn those into their own individual pages talking about the job. And that can have some additional SEO benefits as well, because you can come in and talk about how this job, we did this kind of work. The customer lives in this city. We were helping them with A, B, and C, and really lay out this beautiful story of how you help them with photos or videos and text on the page, and you can link from your main gallery over to that sub page. Now, you don't have to do that. That's kind of a bonus level if you're really looking to level up your website. But either way, I think that if there's any way possible for you to have a gallery or case studies, that's something that pretty much every business should do, because it helps on that customer journey of helping customers move to where they want to do business with you.